Hey, Billy Black. I know I had done a video response a little while ago to your, oh good lord, no, I can't remember, the low self-esteem video. I wanted to do a response to your Chick-fil-A video. You just give me all kinds of things that I want to say all the time, and it's easier to do it this way than it is to sit there and type a 4 or 5 paragraph response via typing. I just wanted to say that I really liked the parallel that you made. It was also extremely funny. Between Chick-fil-A and Saudi Arabia and gas. Good job. That was great. That was kind of a, can't really argue about that because I don't see any group of people, homosexual or any other, going, well, we're not going to buy gas because Saudi Arabia, is against homosexuality or feels like homosexual people should be murdered or something. Anyway, that being said, I also wanted to say that the issue of gay marriage is kind of a huge issue in the media today, and really I don't understand why it's such a big deal. I don't really necessarily know where the institution of marriage originally came from. I'm not going to sit here and act like I do, and I did not research the topic to any extent before making this video. But from what I understand, I thought myself, personally, I've always been taught that it was a religious institution, that it was sort of mandated by the church, and thus people started to go through the whole ceremony of marriage and the marriage traditions that we have now. And I know in the Catholic Church it's considered like a huge deal. It's considered one of the 7 sacraments that are such a huge deal in the Catholic Church. But the thing that gets me about all of it is I personally don't really care if gay people get married or not. And I don't really understand why, I guess I could kind of understand in a way why gay people would get upset if the CEO of Chick-fil-A is giving like a lot of money to organizations that are anti-gay or to support anti-gay organizations or corporations or businesses. But at the same time, then why don't they just boycott Chick-fil-A or not go to Chick-fil-A just because they don't want to? I mean, that should be their personal preference or choice. But at the same time, I think that also they need to look at things not so seriously in a sense, that every individual that makes up Chick-fil-A does not feel as the whole. Like, in other words, like you pointed out, it's the CEO that feels this way. It's not necessarily every employee in Chick-fil-A that feels that way. And so it's sort of like because he is at the top, because he said something, his name is automatically associated with Chick-fil-A. Whereas Chick-fil-A as a company may not necessarily share his opinions, or everyone within Chick-fil-A may not. And, I mean, frankly, it's just a place that I go to eat. I do go to eat there on occasion. I'm not going to say on a regular basis because there's not one close. I actually have to drive like 30 minutes to get to one. But when I lived closer to Biloxi, which is more of a bigger city than where I live now in Mississippi, I would eat there rather often. I would probably eat there about once a month or twice a month with my kids because they love the chicken there. And their chicken is great. I mean, I'm not going to boycott Chick-fil-A just because they don't agree with every single personal belief that I have, because frankly, the whole point of being in the United States and in being a United States citizen, there's so many negative things in our country that get thrown out in the media these days, but people still don't look at the fact that we live in the United States, and because we live here, we're able to have an opinion. We're able to be gay and be out and flamboyant about it. We're able to be straight and be out and flamboyant about it. We're able to be all the races and colors and have our own languages and have our own religions and our own beliefs. So why crucify and attack one man for his? I mean, and that goes on both sides of the issue. I don't necessarily think that Christians should be running around saying, I hate gay people. They should say, we don't agree with what you're doing. And that's fine, and do things to support what they believe. That's their right as American citizens, just the same as it's a gay person's right as an American citizen to do what they want to do. But as far as sanctity of marriage, that is a complete crock of shit. There is no sanctity of marriage. There is no sanctity in an institution that has been completely hogwashed and crucified by the heterosexual community. Every single person that I know that is married, minus one, which I have one very good friend who is a fantastic person who is still married, but that couple has been through hell and high water to stay married, meaning affairs and all, and they've stayed together. That's a rarity these days. They've been together over 10 years too. But most everyone I know is divorced or remarried and has blended families with like kids from past marriages. And even my own relationship with my fiance is now a blended family. So I don't necessarily understand this sanctity of marriage crap, and I do say fiance because I doubt we'll ever get married. We just like the entitlement of calling each other, you know, like we're engaged. But truthfully, we have no plans to really get married anytime soon, just because we really just don't see the point. I can say that as a woman and feel secure in that. A lot of people say, oh, you're just saying that. There's going to be a point where you feel like you need to do it. Not really. I don't really necessarily see the importance of doing it. If we do it one day, we do it. If we don't, we're okay. We're content with our situation. It works for us. But there is no sanctity of marriage. And if gay people want to get married and their relationships are substantial and they've been together for a long time and they want to go and get, you know, a marriage certificate so that they're able to, like, be on each other's insurance and stuff like a normal heterosexual couple does, then why not? I mean, who gives a flying, you know, I'm sorry, flying fuck. I mean, I don't care. I do not care. Do what you want to do, you know? And if you guys want to not go to Chick-fil-A because the CEO is a, you know, a holy roller, then hey, don't go to Chick-fil-A. But all I'm saying is just think for a minute, because not every single person that works for Chick-fil-A is anti-gay, is what I'm saying. Anyway, guys, great video, Billy Black, and YouTubers. Yeah, I'm going to be making a lot more videos because I got off the wagon for a while, but I'm back on it. I'm in it full throttle. Yeah, all right, guys. Thanks, Billy Black.